What is a portfolio career? I get asked this all the time. A portfolio career is one where you can do multiple things and have multiple streams of income, doing things that you actually enjoy. Now, this is episode 1 of a 6-part series. I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can create a portfolio career if you're interested as a doctor, both with the non-clinical and clinical sources. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Nix, and I did exactly that, building a 6-figure portfolio career as a registrar. I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same thing. Now, in this video, this first episode, I'm going to break down the first 3 principles of a portfolio career, and in the coming episodes, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them. I'm going to be breaking down exact steps that you need to take in order to launch your first income stream outside of clinical medicine. And my goal is to get you to be able to create a portfolio career for yourself. And like I said, a few years ago, I was exactly where you might be right now. Good on paper, but stuck in a system that didn't really let me breathe and was kind of inflexible and quite rigid. Doesn't really reward ambition. Now, it's not that people lie to you on purpose, it's that the landscape has changed. And that is why I have built Portfolio Launch, which is a flagship 16-week accelerator. It's enrolling now. If you want to just skip to the end and enroll, you can do so. But if you want to work out how to do it on your own, watch this series. Make sure you're subscribed. Now, I get it. You're a doctor, you've done everything right, you've gone through school, you've trained, you've got a decent income, good social status, but deep down, you're just wondering, is there anything more to this? Like, why doesn't this feel successful? Why don't I feel like I'm really making the impact that I thought I would be making? You were told the traditional path in specialty training was fine, but at 68 and maybe even 72 as the new retirement age, is this really the model that you want to follow now for your life? There's another way, and that is exactly what I'm here to tell you. There's another way for you to build wealth. Okay, but what I need you to understand first and foremost, that the real trap is not medicine or something else. It's the belief that you are having no other options that keeps you trapped. You know, you might be tired, but you're not necessarily broken. Okay, so I need you to think in that way, that there are other options aside from the binary medicine and non-medicine. So get these things down in your mind, that more hours does not equal more impact, and more money does not necessarily equal more wealth. You do need to have a strategy, and that is where the portfolio career pathway comes in, and that's what I'm going to be breaking down here. Now, there are 3 principles to understand in order to build a portfolio career. And the first is skill stacking. You are more than your specialty. You are more than a job description, and you're more than a role. And we identify a unique blend of skills that make you valuable in medicine. Your skills are a combination of your experience and your ability. Okay? And then you want to understand the intersection of those skills with your personality, which you have developed. And all of us have developed a unique combination of hard and soft skills in clinical judgment, communicating under pressure, making difficult decisions, teaching and mentoring. There's so many experiences and personality and skills that have all meshed together into problem solving and managing teams, developing emotional intelligence. You deal with the members of the public almost every single day. And then there's technical skills like research and analysis, leadership in a high-stake environment. And so when you look at the skills that you have and you stack them up, you can then create an offer or create a persona and be able to package that value into something that is relevant within healthcare. And it's about identifying the transferable combinations of what you're good at and how they can be applied outside of traditional medicine. So think, what do people say that you're good at? What do people come to you for? Think about that. So let me give you an example. If you're a doctor with teaching skills and you have empathy and you understand systems thinking, then you would thrive in health tech education. You thrive in corporate wellness consulting. And that's just one example. So that is the first principle, skill stacking. Understanding the skills that you have, writing them down, documenting them, and then stacking them up into a strategy. And the second principle is income diversification. Remember, a portfolio career is high impact, multiple streams of income, but also doing things outside of your traditional medicine. So you want one aligned life. No more all or nothing thinking to help you add an income stream without risking your GMC registration, by the way, and giving you peace of mind. Because relying on one income stream is a risk, especially when it's tied to your time, to your health, where you have to actually be there, and so a portfolio career gives you that freedom. It's not just about, having another side hustle that just takes all of your time. It's about having income streams that complement each other. And like I said, build on the skills that you already have. Now, when you build multiple streams of income, you want to be building streams that are semi-passive or that don't require as much time as your main job. Otherwise, you're just exchanging one job for the other. So that's the second principle, that you don't necessarily have to quit your job to diversify your income. You use your skills to stack, and then you develop alternative stream of income that give you options. Okay, so let me give you some examples for income stream stacking. Okay, let's say you've become a consultant now, you work 3 days a week, clinical, and then 1 day a week, you run an online course in a niche. Okay, or maybe 1 day a week you do medical writing, or 1 day a week you do investments and you have property income, or you do paid speaking or writing. And that's what portfolio career is, where you have multiple sources of income based on the skills that you already have, but you package it in a way that doesn't necessarily take away from your time. Now, the third is opportunity. Designing opportunity and designing a scalable system allows you to build your career around your life and not the other way around. So you get to choose projects, roles, clients that excite you, and then you find those opportunities, and you don't just take what's available. You find those opportunities and you are strategic in getting those opportunities, and you're not reactive. You're not waiting for job openings. You're not waiting for promotions. You're not waiting for things to happen to you. You'd actually design it from yourself, and you're intentional, and then you get to decide the type of work that you get to say yes to. So in summary, the first one are skills, second one is income stacking, and then the third is scaling or opportunity design. So you get to decide how your time is spent. Now, I want to ask you 3 questions before the next episode. I want you to ask yourself what energizes you versus what drains you. Okay? So because I don't want you to be chasing just gigs here and there, you're crafting a career that fits you, that fits your lifestyle, your identity, and your values. The second question that I want you to ask yourself is, what does success look like for you? Does success look for like high impact? Does success look like more time for yourself? Does success look like a creative outlet? What does success look like for you? For some people, it's mentorship and legacy work. That's what success looks like for them. That's the second question. Now, the third question that I want you to ask is, what does your ideal career look like? Just think about it, write it down if you can. And when you have that clarity, or when you have some sort of direction from what you want, it makes life easier for you. When you stack your skills, diversify your income, and design aligned opportunities, you get to create a career that feels exciting and not exhausting, and you don't burn out. You get to build wealth without the burnout. You get to do things that you enjoy, and then it doesn't really feel like work, and it grows with you rather than boxes you in, and then you have the flexibility to move with the times as well. Now, I would start doing this as soon as you can, because times are changing, and they're changing really quickly. And like I said, your pension might or might not be guaranteed anymore. The NHS isn't slowing down, so you're only going to be doing more and more work. And your energy and your clarity and your shelf life has a window. And so you want to take that opportunity at the peak moments. Okay, so the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So you want to design your career with medicine as one of many pieces within your life. Now, this was episode 1 of the Doctor's Wealth Escape Plan. I'm not saying you have to leave medicine, I'm just talking about the wealth element. So in the next episode, I'm going to break down how to build your first income stream outside of medicine without risking your GMC license or your sanity or burning out. But before then, like I said, ask yourself these 3 questions. What parts of your work drain you? Which parts energize you? What skills do people ask you to do in your job? Or what skills do people ask about from you outside of your job? And what would life look like if you had an extra 1 or 2 income streams? If you don't want to have to do this all by yourself, and you want a shortcut and don't want to have to do the guesswork, Portfolio Launch Accelerator is now enrolling. We're enrolling in May, and we help doctors go from no idea of where to start to earning through work. And this is only done in 16 weeks. There are only 6 spots left in May. The link is in the description. You can subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you in episode 2.